Hello guys, and welcome to this monthly market report of April 2022. My name is Faisal Sam. I'm your real estate agent here in Northern Virginia. And in this edition, I will be talking about two important points in the housing market today. The first point is the impact of rising mortgage rates on the housing markets. And the second one, we're going to give you a spring market update. So I'm going to start with the impact of mortgage rates on the housing markets. A lot of people are seeing mortgage rates rising and they're asking the question, are home prices going to fall? And what's going to happen to the sales? So there are a lot of questions out there and a lot of uncertainty as well. And so what I did is I went back and I pulled together the data, historical data, to show you what happened historically when mortgage rates were rising and what happened in those environments, so you can use the data and the facts to create your own market opinion on what's going to be happening going forward. So what I'm going to start with is a look at how mortgage rates have been rising this year. No surprise, as you can see, right? So mortgage rates are on the rise. This data is from Freddie Mac, and it goes back to the very beginning of this year. So what you can see over there on the left side, that mortgage rates start out with 3.11, and then they were going up steadily all the way up to 4.67 as of March 31st. In some areas, actually, they are slightly higher. Actually, here in Northern Virginia, they are only 5%, 5.25 last week. So, and it could be different in your area, and that's very realistic. So this data is from Freddie Mac. Presents here is actually a look back as the previous week. At the very end of March, average 30-year fixed is at 4.67. So a lot of people are asking why. So let's see if we can answer that. And I think the next quote will really help. It says, mortgage rates are likely to continue to move higher throughout the balance of 2022. Although the pace of rate increases is likely to moderate, much of the increase in rate in early 2022 is in anticipation of what will happen later this year, especially with Federal Reserve interest rates policy. But the big question people are asking is what's going to happen to home price as mortgage rates rise. A lot of people think that when rates goes up, price go down. Well, I want to share with you this graph right here that shows. So what you're looking at here is the impact of rising rates on home price when mortgage rates rose by more than a percentage point. So this goes all the way back to October 93, so almost 30 years, and it shows you that there was an average of about 8% home price appreciation as mortgage rates are rising by more than a percentage point. So this means rising mortgage rates does not have a negative impact on home price. However, it does have an impact on home sales a little bit. As you can see here on this graph, going all the way back to 93 again, there was an average of a decrease of 11% in home sales as price were rising. It is understandable when mortgage rate goes up, that tend to slow down the buyer activity. And I think we are in a very different housing market that we had in some of these environments. Here in this slide, in October 93 to December 94, mortgage rate increased by 2.38% to a final rate of 9.2. And I don't think we will be going to see similar rates in these markets. Add to that we are in a very low inventory market than ever before. So home prices are projected to continue rising because there is just aren't enough home for sale. So very, very different environment than what we're talking about. So when home price goes up, we are seeing plenty of buyers in the markets as well. I want to bring a quote here by National Association of Realtors that says, while higher short-term interest rates will push up mortgage rates, I expect some of this impact to be mitigated eventually through lower inflation. Thus, I expect the 30-year fixed mortgage rates to continue to rise, although we aren't likely to see the big jump that occurred over the past few weeks. So what does this mean, really? It really saying that inflation is driving this increase in mortgage rates, and we expect that to rise as well. Another quote here by Freddie Mac I wanted to bring to your attention. History suggests that when rates rise, there is an initial bump in home price as many move quickly to buy a home before rates increase further. But after that period, home prices slow. Freddie Mac analysis show that a 1% increase in mortgage rates result in home price appreciation that is a 4% point lower. For instance, a 1% increase in mortgage rates would change home price growth from 11% to 7%. With rates rising and expected to rise through 2023, it makes sense to obtain a purchase or refinance mortgage if you are in good standing. This is also by Freddie Mac. Now let's take a look at the spring markets and give you a spring markets update. And we will start with a quote here by Altos Research that says, "We keep watching for it, but there are absolutely no signs of a market slowdown anywhere in the data. If anything, we're seeing the market continue to heat up." So that's absolutely what we're seeing right now. And also here in Northern Virginia, the market is going up and is on fire, and we don't see any signs of slowing down. Now, let's take a look at the buyer and seller traffic map by National Association of Realtors. And as you can see, very strong buyer demand and strong in so many states and throughout the country. Now, let's take a look at the seller traffic index of February 2022. As you can see, very, very weak seller activity due to the fact that we don't have homes in the market. So as you can see here, slow seller traffic throughout the country. In some areas, it's very weak actually in some states. The lower inventory we got, but the demand of buyers is still strong, and that is the states that we are seeing in the market right now. And that will be it for today's video. If you think this video was of value to you, please don't forget to subscribe for more videos and for more market updates the next month. Till next time, I'll see you soon.